won last night by 1 goal to nil over San Pedro, will meet Yabra Sporting Club right here at the MCC grounds on Saturday, and we hope the fans will come out and support their respective club as they do today right here at the MCC grounds. It's a good turnout, and we are happy for both teams. The entertainment is just well underway right now at the MCC grounds, and both teams are trying to do their best to provide the best possible football they can for their fans. The ball is played over on the western touchline, intended for Gilbert Brown. The ball goes over the western touchline. It will be a throw in there for La Victoria. It's a 0-0 ball game. 2 minutes have gone unofficially into the second half, and we are enjoying this one on BCB Sports. Algie Bradley along with Louis Gongora and Trevor Jeffries. And the ball goes over to Ramiro Munoz, intended for Carlos Usher. The ball is played by Postman, back over to Bolomak. Bolomak in control. He plays the ball wide over to Ian Henry, who was coming for Francis Macaulay. Henry plays the ball over to Habab Roches, looking for help. Back over to Ian Henry. Beautiful wall pass over to Norman Nunes. Back over to Habab. Habab controls. He's challenged there by Ariel Magana. Comes back over on the left side over to Habab Roches. Back over to Albert Hoare, to Ian Henry, looking for help. Puts that ball through the middle of the two defenders. Taken away there by Finde Gladden. Back over to Barahona. Barahona plays the ball over to Edmond Pande. Pande. And a slight tackle there by Ian Henry, and the ball is knocked over the eastern touchline and thrown in there by Edmond Pande. Move up to the line, but the referee has caught him not in the position he should, and the ball has to be thrown back by La Victoria, Ariel Magana. We'll be back after this message. A throw in from the western touchline in Yabra's own half. And it will be taken there by Ramiro Munoz on the head of Peter Guy. And a juggling taking place there by Orlando Vega. He raised his leg too high, and the referee has said it's a foul against La Victoria's Orlando Vega. Inside Yabra Sporting Club own half. The ball is played there by Rudolph McCoy Jr., and it's knocked over the western touchline there by Wilton Morgan. It will be a throw in for Yabra. A fast throw there by Gilbert Brown over to Norman Nunes on the right wing. Norman Nunes, the ball is knocked away there by Morgan once more over the western touchline. Will be a throw in there for Yabra Sporting Club as they move up the field into La Victoria zone half. Norman Nunes juggling the ball. He flips back over the ball to Peter Guy. He takes a lob. The ball blocked there by Munoz. Back over to Carlos Usher, intercepted there by Savory. Goes for it is Peter Guy. He lobs that ball, headed out there by Baragan. Into the middle of the field to Dubo Thomas, who comes across from the middle of the field over to the left side. Dribbling the ball, Dubo Thomas is challenged there by Finley Gladden. Still on top of the play, and the ball goes over the goal line to be a goal kick there for La Victoria. Delmar Sutherland and Juan Carlos Baragan in the position to take this goal kick. He lobbed that ball with his right foot. Going for it is Edmond Pande, challenged there by Ian Henry. Still in control, Edmond Pande flips that ball over to Barahona, looking for help. He gets around Habab. Still in control, Habab is down. He split the defense, and still in control, Barahona flipped that ball over to Edmond Pande. Gets around in heavy traffic. The postman takes the ball away, and it's a pushing foul, says referee Roberto Vicente. It's a goal! Goal! La Victoria! Barahona! The ball was played from a spot kick, and it was juggled in the air, and the goalkeeper, the ball was headed in the air, and he heads on to Barahona, and he heads it inside. Sorry we had to break the broadcast for the commercial, but nevertheless it was a spot kick. We did not intend the ball was to play so fast, but it did, and it went into the goal. Trevor, goal kick. He lobbed that ball with his right foot. Going for it is Edmond Pande, challenged there by Ian Henry. Still in control, Edmond Pande flips that ball over to Barahona, looking for help. He gets around Habab. Still in control, Habab is down. He split the defense, and still in control, Barahona flipped that ball over to Edmond Pande. Gets around in heavy traffic. The postman takes the ball away, and it's a pushing foul, says referee Roberto Vicente. It's a goal! Goal! La Victoria! Barahona! The ball was played from a spot kick and it was juggled in the air, and the goalkeeper, the ball was headed in the air and heads on to Barahona and he heads it inside. Sorry we had to break the broadcast for the commercial, but nevertheless it was a spot kick. We did not intend the ball was to play so fast, but it did, and it went into the goal. Trevor? It's a 1-0 ball game. Pedro Barahona with the first goal of the ball game with the 5th minute of the second half. And the ball game now plays with Juan Carlos Barragan with the ball. Challenging is Peter Guy going against Munoz. Munoz wins the ball. It goes over to Wilton Morgan. Tries to get the ball to Barahona. He was pulled along by Lloyd Savory just over the midfield line in Yabra's own half. It's a direct kick, says referee Roberto Vicente. It's 6 minutes unofficially into this ball game. In control, it's a direct kick. It's an offside, says referee Roberto Vicente, and we have Carlos Usher moving up too fast ahead of the play, and he was caught in an offside position. What's your opinion regarding the goal that was scored there, Luis?
Sí, yo, una pelota que quedó entre Barragán y Ramiro Muñoz. El guardameta Bradley salió a cazar mariposas, y cuando salió el guardameta...
For Edmond Pandey, he controls the ball. No, he doesn't. It goes over the eastern touchline, and it will be a throw in there for Yabra Sporting Club, who is down by 1. Ian Henry will take this throw in there for Yabra Sporting Club. He goes beyond his midfield line. He takes his long throw. Going for it is Albert Hoare. On the head of Finley Gladden. Controls there by Edmond Pandey. Pandey plays the ball. Going for it is Barahona. Barahona is challenged there by Bolomak. Bolomak clears the ball. No, it goes over to the postman. And Orlando Vega flipped that ball to Carlos Usher. Challenging is Lloyd Savory. Savory gets the better of the ball. Beautiful play there by Peter Guy, who back over to Lloyd Savory in the middle of the field. To Dubu Thomas, we have not seen much of him in this ball game, but his presence was really not felt so far, but he's in the ball game. And the ball goes over to Habab Roches. Habab plays the ball over to Norman Tilleman Nunes, the captain of Yabra Sporting Club, trying to step up things, and he's against a tough fullback, Finley Gladden, and the ball is knocked over the eastern touchline to be a throw in there for Yabra. And Norman Nunes takes that throw in on the chest of Hoare. Hoare controls the ball, it turns left, and they knock that ball over the goal line, and it will be a goal kick. No, the referee says it's a corner kick on the southeastern side of the pitch for Yabra Sporting Club. This is an opportunity. What will happen? Albert Hoare will make it happen. He lobbed that ball inside and into the hands of goalkeeper Delbert Sutherland, who is down on the ground, and he's challenged there by Dubu Thomas, anxious to put one on the scorecard. Delmar Sutherland controls that ball. It's 9 minutes unofficially. He lobbed that ball with his right foot. Going for it is Carlos Usher against Lloyd Savory. Lloyd Savory misses the ball, and it goes over to Carlos Usher. And the ball goes back over to Lloyd Savory. Coming up with the ball. He plays the ball wide over to Peter Guy. In the midfield, Peter Guy lobs the ball to Dubu Thomas, who chests it down, traveling with the ball now. Still in control. The ball is taken away there by Dorian Armstrong on the counter-attack. Coming back with the ball, Edmond Pandey. The ball is headed away there by Ian Henry. Ian Henry for Yabra. Back over to Habab. Habab on the left wing. Habab lobbed that ball into the middle of the field. Going for it is Norman. Norman, the ball is cleared by Dorian Armstrong of La Victoria. And controlled there by Barahona. Back over to Ariel Magana, who lobs the ball to Edmond Pandey on the right side. He's challenged there by Ian Henry, and the ball goes over the eastern touchline. A throw in there for Yabra. Ian Henry takes his throw in. He throws that ball over to Albert Hoare. He's challenged there by Finley Gladden. Still in control in the middle of the field. The ball goes over to Carlos Usher. Flip pass over to Edmond Pandey. Breaks away. He's all alone now. He's challenged there by Bolomaka. One-on-one situation. He takes a play. Goes back over to Barahona. What will he do? He's idling in front of the penalty box. And the ball, a shot taken there, and in the middle of the field, headed there by Ariel Magana. Back over to Edmond Pandey, flicks the ball over to Ariel Magana. A shot taken, and the ball back over to Barahona, and the referee says play on as the flag went up there on the eastern touchline by William White. The referee says continue with this ball game. Munoz, he takes a shot from wide. And La Victoria dominating in the parts of this ball game so far. They're living in the area of Yabra Sporting Club. And in 10 minutes so far, La Victoria has scored 1 goal, and they have a man on this touchline warming up, and he will be inserted into this ball game very, very shortly. And Yabra seem to be a little bit relaxed in the defense line, even though they have reinforced it with Ian Henry and taking out Francis McCauley. The postman has going forward with the ball. He tried to make a good pass, and the ball goes over the eastern touchline. And we'll be back after this message. In control, Habab Roches loses the ball, and the ball goes to Finneglad. Controlled there by Baragan. First time pass over to Edmond Pandey. Hit the ball too hard over the eastern touchline. Will be a throw in there for Yabra. Ruben Crawford, better known as the postman. Number 1 he's wearing. He throws that ball in from the eastern touchline. Barahona flips that ball on the chest of Pandey. Pandey fakes. Comes back. He's looking to flip that ball with his left foot. And the ball goes over to Gilbert Brown. Brown loses the ball. The ball goes back over to Guy. Guy over to Lloyd Savory. Lloyd Savory with the ball. He's challenged by Munoz. Back over to Carlos Usher. And winning the battle so far is La Victoria Munoz. He plays the ball over to Carlos Usher. Back over to Munoz. And it's a one-on-one situation. It gets around Gilbert Brown. Coming forward with the ball is Munoz. He's pushed off the ball, and the referee has said, play on. The ball goes over the western touchline. Will be a throw in there for Yabra Sporting Club. Yabra Sporting Club is losing their concentration a bit, and they're putting 2 or 3 men to guard 1 player, and it's creating openings in the pitch for La Victoria. The ball is played there by Gilbert Brown, who has dropped back from the forward position into the middle of the field, and now he's at the left full back position. Bolomak with the ball. Bolomak trying to dribbling that ball. He's challenged hard there by Carlos Usher. He's brought down near the western touchline to be a throw in there for La Victoria. Carlos Usher takes his throw, and the ball goes to Barahona. No, on the head of Lloyd Savory. Head back there by Barahona. Chip pass by Peter Guy on to Munoz. Munoz flipped that ball in. Over to Carlos Usher, and going for it is Barahona, challenging the goalkeeper Stanley Renault. The ball goes over the goal line to be a goal kick there for Yabra Sporting Club. Yabra Sporting Club trailing by 1-0 in this ball game. The next meet for Yabra will be next week right here at the MCC ground, Saturday, between Acros Carib, who is league leaders at this time in the competition. It's a 0-0 ball game. Luis, what's your impression so far in the commencement of the second half, and Yabra down by 1?
Sí, yo creo que el equipo Victoria salió con más ánimos este segundo tiempo, Bradley, porque comenzó a distribuir la pelota y fue al minuto 5 cuando el pelón Barahona anotó el gol. De ahí en adelante todavía sigue atacando, dominando el equipo de Yabra, el equipo Victoria hasta estos minutos que se están jugando, que es el minuto 13 con 30 segundos, Aljo. Va ganando el equipo Victoria 1-0 y lo merece porque ha dominado un poco más el equipo Victoria al equipo de Yabra.
In control, Lloyd Savory heads that ball back over to Peter Guy. Guy lobbed that ball. Going for it is Dorian Armstrong, intended for Norman Nunes. Coming forward is Dubu Thomas. The ball is knocked away there by Baragan. Baragan plays the ball over to Carlos Usher. Over to Munoz. Munoz back to Carlos Usher. Chest down there by Carlos Usher. He pushes the ball over to Munoz up the western touchline. Challenge there by Savory. Coming with the ball. He loses the ball, Munoz, and the ball goes over the western touchline. Will be a throwing at the 14-minute mark in the second half of this ball game. La Victoria leads by 1-0. The first goal of this ball game coming in the 5th minute of the second half by Pedro Barahona. In control, Yabra Sporting Club. Peter Guy lobbed that ball. Going for it is Brown. Over to Norman Nunes. Norman Nunes collects the ball. Fakes, comes back into the middle of the field. He's dribbling the ball. Flips it over to Brown. Brown, the ball goes back over to Peter Guy, who loses the ball, and the ball goes over the western touchline. It will be a throw in there for Yabra Sporting Club. In La Victoria's own half. Gilbert Brown over the ball. He's challenged there by Morgan. He lobbed that ball inside, and on the head of Baragan. Heads that ball back towards the western touchline, and Gilbert Brown controls. He lobbed that ball with his left foot, headed back into the middle of the field. The postman comes up with the ball, and Morgan lobbed that ball away. In control, Carlos Usher. No. Lloyd Savory now with the ball. He flipped that ball in the air. Going for it is Gilbert Brown. He controls that ball near the goal line. He lobs it inside, but the ball went over the goal line, and it's a goal kick for La Victoria, who leads by 1-0, and it's 15 minutes into this ball game unofficial. We'll be back with Lewis after this commercial.
Yabra, ahí coloca la pelota del guardameta para que cobre el back central, Rodolphe Mackay, lo hace buscando la ocasión de Luke Roche, se balancea, Luke Roche hace el pase a la punta izquierda, buscando la ocasión del puntero izquierdo, lo encuentra suelto, ahí se desenvuelve el equipo de Yabra, presiona el equipo de Yabra, hay peligro para la meta de Delmar Sutherland, ahí van a poner para el jugador que se... el piloto delantero, pero corta el back central del equipo La Victoria. Y van a poner para Carlos Osher. Y le sale avante todavía Rubén Crawford y se apoya las manos del guardameta del equipo de Yabra, que está en Irandú. Hay peligro, presiona La Victoria. Ahí van a poner para Carlos Osher. Este va a poner para Pedro Barahona, pero se interpone la pierna de Rubén Crawford. Ahí despeja largo, viene la pelota al centro del terreno de juego. De cabeza la peina todavía el jugador que acaba de ingresar, Pedro Aje. Ahí la peina y va a poner para Armstrong, despeja Armstrong buscando la ocasión de Landy Vega. Se interpone la pierna de Ian Henry, el defensor izquierdo, también la peina de cabeza Lloyd Savory. Ahí la pierde por intermedio del jugador que es Aje. Pedro Aje despeja y manda la pelota fuera del terreno de juego. Va a marcarse un saque de manos. Hay un saque de manos en ventaja a los muchachos del equipo de Yabra, que pierden 1-0 en el marcador. Ahí presiona el equipo, La Victoria por intermedio de Landy Vega. Levanta la vista, entra al área, va a disparar. Se vienen de dos jugadores, pero les roba la pelota Ian Henry y pone los botines de Dubu Thomas. La encuentra suelto, se balancea Dubu Thomas, pone a jugar a Luke Roches. Ahí levanta la vista Luke Roches, se ve encarrerado, pone la punta izquierda buscando la ocasión de Albert Hoare. Hace el centro para Tiliman Núñez, pero se le barren los defensores del equipo de Yabra. Juan Carlos Barragán con la pelota, mejor deja para Ariel Magaña, él escapa la pelota, la roba Peter Guy, va a poner para Albert Hoare en la punta izquierda, se da la media vuelta, Albert Hoare presiona al equipo de Yabra, va hacia el centro, una valla que defiende el guardameta Delmar Sutherland, mejor dejan para que sea Dubu Thomas quien despeja y corta de cabeza Juan Carlos Barragán, y va a poner para Edmond Pandy en la punta derecha, ahí se desenvuelve el equipo, La Victoria presiona en el equipo campeón nacional, Edmond Pandy quiere sacar, va a tirar, tremendo tragazo, equivocado el servicio, el balón se voló. Un balazo impresionante de Edmond Pandy que pone de pies a todo el público aquí presente, Aljo.
It's a good opportunity there for La Victoria. Edmond Pandy, who is a left footer, traveling from the right side, and he's bringing the ball and he's just shift position, and he took the shot with his left foot, and it was on the inside, and the angle was just perfect for him, and he slammed the ball, but the goalkeeper, Renault, dived and saved it for Yabra.
Gracias, Nacho. Les pido perdón porque estoy sufriendo una gripe y estoy haciendo todo lo posible de complacerles a sus amables hogares. Les informo, se juega el minuto 23 minutos con 30 segundos. El marcador todavía sigue 1-0 en favor de La Victoria. No pierda la sintonía de Radio Belize, que esto se pone bueno. Ahí va a marcar un tiro libre, parece un saque de manos, dice el árbitro. Está suspendido momentáneamente el partido, Aljo. Sale Peter Guy del terreno de juego. Peter Guy, y va a entrar Paul Kelly. Sale Peter Guy con el número 5. Trevor Jeffries les va a llevar unos mensajes comerciales. Paul Kelly. La indicación del árbitro central del partido, se forma la barrera de la defensiva del equipo de la Victoria. Hay peligro para los muchachos del norte. Ahí está Luke Roches, que le pega bien a la pelota. Ahí está atrás la pelota Luke Roches, que está jugando un gran partido esta tarde, Aljo, para el equipo de Yabra. Luke Roches, ahí mejor para que vea Tilliman, tira a las nubes, se va la pelota, Aljo, se va atrás del cerco, y mientras la pelota retorna al terreno de juego, Trevor Jeffrey les va a pasar otro mensaje comercial. Ahí sigue atacando el equipo la Victoria por intermedio de Pedro que va a hacer el pase buscando a Carlos Oshar. Se resbala lamentablemente, ahí corta Rodolfo Mackay. Va a poner a jugar todavía al jugador que acaba de Paul Kelly. Hace un pase buscando a Dubu Thomas. Este va a poner para Paul Kelly nuevamente. Levanta la vista Paul Kelly. Va a poner para Joe West. No le alcanza la pelota. Sale el defensor del equipo de la Victoria. El back central Juan Carlos Barragán, y manda la pelota a morir fuera del terreno de juego para que se marque un saque parece que es un tiro de esquina. Vamos a ver qué va a marcar el árbitro central del partido en ventaja del equipo de Yabra. Parece que es un tiro de sí, efectivamente, es un tiro de esquina en ventaja del Club Deportivo Yabra. Ahí coloca la pelota Joe West con todo cuidado para marcar el tiro de esquina. Ahí se encarrera, lo hace a media altura. Ahí va a cortar todavía, va a tirar Paul Kelly, la afuera de los tubos que defiende el guardameta Delmar Sutherland. Sigue el marcador, 1-0 en ventaja del equipo campeón nacional. La Victoria, un gol anotado a los 5 minutos de la etapa complementaria del partido por el pelón Barahona. Pedro Barahona le metió la cesta a la cabeza, metió la pelota a la cabeza la pelota para mandarla dentro de las mallas defiende Stanley Renew. 1-0, gana el equipo campeón nacional. Ahí presiona el equipo de Yabra. Ahí presiona Yabra, van a tirar un balazo impresionante, buscando hasta la punta izquierda, la viene persiguiendo Joe West, va a hacer el centro, pero mal. El equipo de Yabra parece que no trajo la brújula esa tarde al partido, porque están saliendo los tiros muy desviados de la portería del equipo La Victoria, y por eso van a faltar aproximadamente unos 14 minutos para que termine el partido, y esto se pone bueno. No pierda la sintonía de Radio Belize, que después de este mensaje que les va a pasar Trevor Jeffries, a George Bradley después va a volver con ustedes.
Thirty-one minutes into the second half of this ball game. La Victoria 1, Yabra Sporting Club 0. Albert Hoare on top of the ball. He loses the ball over to Dorian Armstrong. Coming forward is Pedro Ake. Ake dribble that ball. He pass the ball over to Carlos Usher on the left wing. He's challenged there by Bolo Mackay, still in control. Carlos Usher gets around Bolo Mack. No, Bolo Mack wins the tackle and he's in control of the ball game. He loses the ball now and the ball goes over the western touchline. A throw in there by Pedro Ake for La Victoria, who leads by 1-0. The first goal coming in the fifth minute in the second half. by Pedro Barahona. In control, La Victoria. And the ball is played there by Paul Kelly, who was coming to the ball game. Paul Kelly brings the ball over to Joe West. Joe West challenged by Finlay Gladden. Finlay Gladden is... Joe West still has the ball. And now he's taken on by Edmund Padney and Finlay Gladden. And the ball is knocked over the eastern touchline. It will be a throw in there for Yabra Sporting Club. Ian Henry will take this throw in there for Yabra, number 6. He takes a long throw, goes for it. It's Paul Kelly, juggle it on his head. Still in control. Edmund Pandey now takes away the ball. The ball still in control by Edmund Pandey, dribbling. He's taken now challenge from behind by Bernard Dubbo Thomas, and there's a foul just outside the penalty area in the middle of the field for La Victoria. Over the ball is Juan Carlos Barragan, the captain for La Victoria. And the referee is talking to Paul Kelly and asking him to cool off. And there's a wall 10 yards away from the ball, a two-man wall, and Barragan is over the ball there for La Victoria. It's a direct kick, says Roberto Vicente. A lob is taken in the air, and Pedro Barahona with a bicycle kick, but Lloyd Slavery was too close. And it's a foul against Pedro Barahona, just about the 12 yards in Yabra's own half. It's 34 minutes unofficially into the second half. It's a 1-0 ball game. The national champions, La Victoria, lead by 1-0. And Pedro Ake plays the ball to Carlos Usher, who is running up the left side of the field. Challenged there by Lloyd Savory, and the ball is knocked over the goal line there by Lloyd Savory. It's a corner kick from the northwestern side of the pitch. Carlos Usher will take this corner for La Victoria. Inside the penalty box, the defenders for Yabra, and Usher lobbed that ball, Barahona in the air. The ball is in the hands of goalkeeper Stanley Reno. Stanley Reno controls in a red and black jersey top. He throws that ball out. Going for it is Paul Kelly. The ball is taken away. Goes back over to Joe West. Chip that ball over to Bernard Dubbo Thomas. Going forward with the ball on challenge. Bernard Thomas dribbling the ball. He takes a shot with the left foot wide of the goal. And Delmar Sutherland just watched the ball cross the goal line. And he's now taking his time as the referee is looking at his watch. And Roberto Vicente has this ball game under control. We'll be back after this message. Doreen Armstrong cleared that ball in the center of the field. Going for it is Ian Henry, the left full back for Yabra. And control is Magana. Magana flipped that ball to Bernard, to Pandey. The ball goes back now, intercepted there by Paul Kelly over to Bernard Dubbo Thomas. And ball taken away by Orlando Vega. Comes back into the middle of the field. It's Bernard Dubbo Thomas. Plays the ball to Habab, who cools it off on his chest. Habab Roches takes his time. Flip the ball out to Hoare. Hoare in control. Hoare plays the ball, still in control. He's looking for Habab. Yes, he goes to Luke Habab Roches. Still in control with the ball there for Yabra in La Victoria's own half. They're trying to mix things up, and the ball is taken away there by Habab. Goes back to Lloyd Savory, who boot that ball back. Intercepted, control there by Finlay Gladden, who slams the ball from the middle of the field to the right side. Ian Henry lobs that ball back, headed out there by Ariel Magana. La Victoria is just sitting back, waiting. The attack is coming from all sides by Yabra. And La Victoria is just waiting as the shots are being taken, and they're just heading and booting the ball away. Vega plays the ball over to Ake. Ake now brings the ball up for La Victoria. Cutting for it is Edmund Padney on the left side from the right side. He's challenged there by Lloyd Savory. One-on-one situation. Edmund Padney comes inside. He brings the ball. He tried to make a square pass intended for Carlos Usher, and the ball just chipped against the boot of Bolomak, and then Yabra recovers. A beautiful play there by Edmund Pandey. He attempted to go to the goal, but he fakes and he made a square pass just in front of the goal, and the ball just hitched up in Bolomak's shoe, and he collects the ball and he cleared it from his own goal area and removed the danger from immediately in front of his goalkeeper. And Lloyd Savory knocked that ball over the western touchline. Will be a throw in there for La Victoria. La Victoria, Lewis, a while ago just sat back and absorbed the attack of Yabra Sporting Club as much as they could have given them, and they just retreat, and they came forward with a counter-attack, and now they're in a position of full offense, and Carlos Usher has the ball in the air in Yabra's own half inside the penalty box. and the ball is set it away there by the postman, and continue flip there by Habab. Over to Joe West. The ball is taken away there by Lander Vega, coming forward on his left foot. Still in control, looking for that big shot. He takes a shot, blocked there by Lloyd Savory. Come up with the ball is postman. Ruben Crawford with the ball. Ruben Crawford plays the ball over to Habab Rochester. Loses the ball. The ball goes over the Western touchline. A throw in for La Victoria, and we'll be back after this message. Edmond Panny in control, and he tried to steal that ball away from Lloyd Savory, danger territory, and he was coming along the goal line, and Savory recovered and knocked that ball away over the goal line. It could have been really dangerous. Lewis, what's your impression on that?
Sí, el equipo Victoria Bradley está acosando en estos momentos al equipo Yabra, lo está embotellando. Se le acaba de perder una oportunidad de oro a Edmond Pandy, y esta otra vez se venía solo el defensor Lloyd Savory, tuvo que barrarse a los botines para mandarla al tiro de esquina, Aljo.
It's a corner kick that will be taken by Pedro Ake. Ake from the north-western side of the pitch, and in swinging banana, and the goalkeeper Stanley Reno collects that ball. On the counter-attack, he throws that ball with a baseball throw over to Joe West. Looking for help alongside Joe West is Paul Kelly. A first-time pass over to Paul Kelly. Looking for help going up the field is Dubu Thomas. He plays the ball over to Norman Nunes, his captain. He flips the ball over to the right side from the middle of the field to Luke Habab Roches, and cutting. Still in control. Yabra on the chest up. And it's a shot taken there by Dubu Thomas. He was unchallenged just in front of the goalkeeper, Delmar Sutherland. And he's appealing to the referee that the pressure that was put on him by the defenders caused him not to put the ball in the proper position. But that is an opportunity they will regret. Yabra Sporting Club could have put one on the scorecard through the effort of their midfield general, Bernard Dubu Thomas. Delmar Sutherland hit that ball with his right foot, going for it is Bolamak. He's challenged now? No. He's not challenged. He plays the ball first time over to Luke Habab Roches. Habab takes his time, gets around Ake. He plays the ball to the postman. Back over to Paul Kelly. He's challenged by Ariel Magana. Magana gets around Joe West, and Joe West knocked Ariel Magana off the ball, and the referee says play on. Paul Kelly has that ball. It's cleared there by Barragan up the right side and over the west-eastern touchline. We'll be back after this message. Forty minutes unofficially into the second half of this ball game. In control, Yabra Norman Nunes, and he was pulled down there by Finley Gladden just along the touchline in La Victoria's own half. And Finley Gladden will be officially warned there by Roberto Vicente, the referee, with a yellow card. And we have several of those in this afternoon's ball game out here at the MCC grounds. And Finley Gladden was officially warned. He's the right fullback for La Victoria, doing a good job against Norman Nunes, but he held him back as Norman Nunes got around him and cutting towards the goal. There's a three-man wall 10 yards away from the ball, and we have Ian Henry over the ball to kick this direct kick from the position. It is near the western touchline in La Victoria's own half. A ball is played fast over to Paul Kelly. Kelly takes a left foot shot. The ball goes wide, and it's a goal! No, the referee disallowed. The referee disallowed. The forward player, Albert Hoare, was in an offside position, and it appeared from our vantage point that it was a goal, but the referee was nevertheless right in line with the play, and the furious Albert Hoare is arguing his point, and the referee is now running over to him, and he's going over further to the linesman, Francis Henkis, on the western touchline. Lewis?
Sí, Aljo, la pelota entró, pero parece que el árbitro central del partido estaba muy cerca de la jugada y anuló el gol diciendo que Albert Hoare estaba en posición prohibida, estaba muy adentro. Ahí fui a consultar con el guardalínea del lado derecho de aquí de la cancha MCC, que es el señor Francis Henkins. Está suspendido momentáneamente el partido. Está consultando don Ruperto Vicente, el árbitro central, y el guardalínea Francis Henkins. No es válido el gol. Está, dice, en posición prohibida el jugador Albert Hoare del equipo de Yabra. y sigue el marcador 1-0. Atención Corozal, faltan aproximadamente 3 minutos para que termine el partido y el equipo Victoria llevase el partido de ganarlo. Si entre 3 minutos el equipo de Yabra no hace nada, y ahí viene atacando Carlos Osher, va a dejar un pase buscando al puntero derecho, pero no llega a tiempo y sale el equipo de Yabra y despeja Bradley.
In control, Dubu Thomas pushing forward over to their captain. The ball is cleared by Baragan. Over to Joe West. Joe West still on top of the ball. Looking for help. He's challenged hard there by Finley Gladden, not giving him an easy chance. And the opposing teammates, but Finley Gladden is a tough customer in the fullback position. Controlling the ball is Luca Babrochas. He loses that ball over to Carlos Usher. And there's pushing and shoving between Pedro Ake and Luca Babrochas, and he's ejected out of the ball game. Luca Babrochas is ejected out of the ball game. He retaliated, and he's a cool chap, but nevertheless, the referee, Roberto Vicente, is not taking any chances. He knows tempers and emotions can fly. He cooled down Albert Hoare just after that hopeful goal there for Yabra, and now Luca Babrochas retaliated, and this will hurt Yabra Sporting Club as they go into their next ball game. He's suspended for 1 ball game as they play next week against Across Carib right here at the MCC ground. He's a regular starter for Yabra, and he will be out of the ball game. And Pedro Ake on top of the ball as he's coming near the penalty box. And he lobbed that ball away from the goalkeeper, and he just inches over the crossbar, Lewis. What are we having here at the final moments of this ball game? It's a lot of excitement, emotions, and as well as good plays.
Sí, Bradley. Pedro aquí agarró una pelota solo por la punta izquierda, se vino hasta adentro, hizo el centro, salió el guardameta, estaba en Renault, le metió las manos a la pelota y esta cayó arriba del travesaño y se fue para atrás.
There's a corner kick from the northeastern side, headed out there by Joe West, back over to Edmond Pandey. He gets around Paul Kelly, beautifully blazes the ball back out to Finley Gladden, looking for help, coming forward with the ball. He takes a shot, the ball goes wide, and Carlos Usher was caught in an offside position. It's an indirect kick for the trailing Yabra Sporting Club. And time is slowly ticking away. The referee has the official time of this ball game. We are 44 minutes unofficially into this ball game. And Norman Nunes, the captain for Yabra Sporting Club, received a pass there from the Albert Hoare and tried to make a bicycle kick just in front of the goal area to save his team, but they're trailing by 1-0. The referee has the official time of this ball game. They're into injury time. Delmar Sutherland plays the ball wide over to Pedro Ake. Ake takes his time, controls the ball along the western touchline. He's challenged by Albert Hoare. It's a throw-in for La Victoria, the national champions. La Victoria leading by 1-0 over Yabra Sporting Club. The referee, Roberto Vicente, has gone over to the western touchline talking to his linesman, Francis Henkis. And La Victoria has this throw. Pedro Pelong Barahona takes his throw in. He throws that ball over to Edmond Pandey. Baban Weave against the postman. He fakes, still in control, plays the ball to Carlos Usher. No, he tries to get the ball forward. It went over the western touchline. It will be a throw in there for Yabra Sporting Club. And there's the throw-in from the western touchline. We have Ruben Postman Crawford takes the throw-in. Chest down there, back over to Ruben Crawford. The ball goes over into the middle of the field. Ian Henry with the ball. No, it goes over to Ariel Magana. Controls there by Joe West. Joe West controls the ball back over to Ian Henry. Ian Henry on the ball. The ball goes over to Norman Nunes against Dorian Armstrong. Still in control. Joe West. Now the ball goes over the eastern touchline. A throw-in there for Yabra. A throw-in by Joe West. Back over, intercepted, controlled there by Dubu Thomas, and he tries to take a shot, but blocked there by Barahona. The ball goes over the goal line, and this is probably one of the few opportunities that left in the ball game here for Yabra Sporting Club. The corner has been taken and a shot taken and blocked there by Delmar Sutherland in the near post. And Paul Kelly tries the thing, but the ball was blocked there by Delmar Sutherland, the goalkeeper. And another corner will be taken there by Ian Henry on the southeastern side of the pitch there. Yabra into injury time. The referee controls the official time of this ball game. And Delmar Sutherland is out and the ball is in control there by Orlando Vega. He brings it out of danger territory over to Carlos Usher, who is limping as he brings the ball up in his own half. Over to Pedro Ake dribbling the ball. He's challenged there by the postman, still control. And he dribbles that ball right over the western touchline. It will be a throw in there for Yabra Sporting Club. Ruben Rivera has been submitted into the ball game, substituted into the ball game and coming out is Carlos Usher, who has had a good game for La Victoria. And at the final moments, Yabra had their shot there by their captain, Norman Tilleman Nunes. And the referee is looking at his timepiece as we're finally counting down on this ball game. And the national champions is leading by 1-0 over Yabra Sporting Club. Yabra Sporting Club meets Across Carib next Saturday right here at the MCC grounds. You can hear the details on BCB Sports. In control, Rivero tries to control that ball and he loses it and the ball goes over the western touchline. It will be a throw in there by Lloyd Savory. He makes that throw in and the ball is knocked against the body of Wilton Morgan of La Victoria, the left full back. He's marking Albert Hoare very tightly. Another throw in and he slammed that ball once more over the western touchline. And Yabra is just inching up the field as they're going towards La Victoria's goal. Paul Kelly takes that throw in, headed out there by Orlando Vega, going for it over the western touchline. Once more, it's Paul Kelly who will take this throw in. It makes a long throw, going for it is Norman Nunes. Challenged there by Wilton Morgan, still in control. Norman Nunes in heavy traffic. There are 4 defenders marking him at this time in the closing moments of this ball game. It's a 1-0 ball game out here at the MCC grounds. The national champions, La Victoria, leads by their only goal so far by Pedro Barahona, coming in the 8th minute of this ball game out here at the MCC grounds. It's a goal kick there for La Victoria, and we'll be back after this message. Across Carib takes on Yabra Sporting Club Saturday right here at the MCC grounds. Where there is sports, there BCB Sports. And it's a goal kick there by Delmar Sutherland. Juan Carlos Barragan makes that Rivera back over to Ake. Ake plays the ball fast back over to Ruben Rivero. Rivera brings the ball up on challenge. Now he's taken on there by Ruben Crawford. He gets around Ruben Crawford looking for help and is challenged hard there by Bolomak. Bolomak seems to be knocked and with the ball, steal that ball away, tried to get the ball to Ruben Rivero. The ball flips on heels of Ruben Crawford and back over to Ruben Rivero. What will happen here? A Pedro. Pedro Barahona, atención Corazal, Pedro Barahona.
Sí, y Pedro Barahona se hace presente nuevamente en el marcador y le pone la tapa al pomo. Un gol que ninguno creía, Bradley, que la derrota, que el equipo de Victoria iba a anotar otro gol, cuando ya el equipo de Yabra se estaba cargando, viendo si anotaba el gol del empate. Salió una pelota de Carlos Osher que le sirvió a la punta izquierda, la agarró todavía Edmond Pandi y hizo un pase en corto buscando la ubicación de Pedro Aque, pero Pedro Aque lo que hizo es mirar para atrás, que venía encarrerado el pelón Barahona y le pasó la pelota, ya se vino encarrerado y un balazo impresionante que sacudió las mallas para poner el marcador 2-0 y esto se acabó, Bradley.
The 90 minutes of play out here at the MCC grounds. It's a concluded ball game now, and
for me.
I did it for you.
I did it for all of us.
Lo hice por mí, lo hice por ti, lo hice por todos nosotros. Vacúnase hoy.
So that everybody's life can go back to normal. Please.
Get vaccinated today.
Thank you.
I did it for me.
I did it for you.
I did it for all of us.
2018 saw the rise of our youth with the implementation of the National Youth Championships in the categories of U15 male, U17 females, and U17 male. This project essentially sought to strategically promote and develop football in Belize by means of centrally organized competitions at the youth levels for both males and females. President of the Federation, Mr. Sergio Chuk, explains more.
Well, the vision of the FFB is to promote football on a whole, but through the funding, the FIFA Forward funding that we got this past 2018, we were able to come a lot closer to our vision, which is basically improving the quality and the time that the kids are playing football. Those competitions basically culminated in a champion for each of the 10 regions, which then participated in a national tournament. So we have champions at the national level for our youths in the U15 male, the U17 male, and the U17 female. The main objective is that we want to improve the quality of football, and we realize that football has to be played from the youth level if we are thinking, if we are dreaming about competing with the region and competing with the world. So what we have done is provide an enabling environment where the kids could have as much playing time as possible.
In the past, the centralized structure of the FFB limited the capacity to organize and manage competitions at the subnational levels. As a result, a collaboration agreement was entered between the Football Federation of Belize and the National Sports Council to establish regional offices countrywide. All 6 regional offices are key in the organization and administration of competitions within the country. The youth tournament started off with 47 U15 teams, 54 U17 male teams, and 22 U17 female teams. Number of participants for these tournaments totaled 2,396 participants throughout the country of Belize. Despite the challenges faced, there is no question that the National Youth Championship was a great success. This project did not only allow youths to come together for the love of the game, but exposed them to many valuable skills and lessons that they will hold on forever. It did indeed start out as an idea that became a plan, then became a project. Something simple that started out with a pen and paper in hand touched the lives of many individuals who invested their time and passion in every game. This project essentially sought to strategically promote and develop football in Belize by means of centrally organized competitions at the youth levels for both males and females.
In order for all these youth tournaments to happen, we had to have qualified coaches. The Football Federation of Belize set up programs during the year where more than 250 Belizean coaches were trained.
The Football Federation of Belize takes this opportunity to extend our gratitude for all the support and collaboration given to us throughout the years.
Thank you.